Have you ever had an experience with YouTube advertising where what you were linked to was so cryptic and strange and unusual, and so few people had seen it that you think you might be the only person in the world who's actually noticed there was something awry? Because that's the experience that I had within the past couple days. So semi-recently, Discord started rolling out a feature to Nitro users called YouTube Watch Together. Now essentially this is a localized version of YouTube that runs inside of the Discord window, but it's actually synced up with everybody else in the voice channel who's using the activity, so that everybody can watch YouTube at the same time. Now for the most part this works great, however one of the more annoying aspects is the implementation of ads, which play at random times for different users and are for the most part localized. However, there's no way of signing in using your YouTube channel that I've found, so the advertising profile that it generates for you is either entirely based on your watch session during that Discord, or it's just using a entirely blank North American style advertising template for your account. For the most part, you just get shitty music videos from wannabe rappers and LA pop stars who have rented out a summer vacation home with one camera angle using their parents' credit card, or you get a piece of religious propaganda. Those are always fun too. Usually I skip these ads within a couple of seconds because, you know, YouTube. But the one that caught my attention I let play for a little bit because it actually features 2D animation. Now usually when I see 2D animation on an ad, I associate it with actually the Headspace brand because they like to do these pretty high quality meditation shorts in which they just teach you a piece of mindfulness. I usually just let those play because they're very pleasant. But imagine my surprise when instead of being told to meditate and that everything's gonna be okay, I hear the following. Yeah, okay, you got my attention. Let's just ignore the piece where it has a gangster's paradise, but I clicked the video, which will typically outlink to a website, a store, or some sort of business call to action, but this simply linked into the video ad itself, simply titled Animation Happy 31. The channel name is Ngasida, and the channel has a single subscriber. There are no comments on the video, even when sorting by new, and there are no tags on the video or the channel, and the description just says, funny life, which I think is great. There are no links, no channel description, no featured channels, nothing. All we have to work with is the video name, channel name, and the mysterious letters and numbers that are presented throughout the video. When the code itself is isolated from the video, it reads as following: D8F7G6E5N4. Now your first instinct is probably the same as mine, as was my partner's when I told them what the hell I'd just witnessed. I immediately tried to use this as a tale of a YouTube watch URL, but alas I was greeted with the generic message for an invalid watch URL. Same with the channel URL, the Google search, video search, I got nothing. I figured if this was an ARG of some kind, then this wouldn't be so easy, and tried my best to see if some sort of code encryption technique was present in the code. No luck here either, and no coordinates or secret messages or anything could be derived from the formatting of the code. At least not with my efforts and highly limited knowledge of decryption. I read the Da Vinci Code once. Does that count? What I am pretty good at though, unlike decryption, is actually finding the origin source of videos, and I pretty quickly determined the following sources for these components of the ad itself. The animation of the sheep is a short film hosted on a large channel that hosts a plethora of short films named Film Builder and Friends in Germany. It's short, sweet, and upbeat in tone, and there were no clues to derive anywhere here from my findings. The letters themselves were sourced from a series called Alphabet Lore, which is a comedic series of animations with a developing sequence of events that starts with letters simply announcing themselves. The numbers were then sourced from a fan-made follow-up to that, aping the style and format, and that one was named Numbers Lore. It's very creative. I like it, thanks. The correlation between the initial sheep video and the letter and number lore videos is almost non-existent, other than the fact that they're both YouTube-hosted animation. So this is the part where I wish I had like a big reveal or something, right? Like, oh, I put the code together and I smashed it into the dark web and I found coordinates for an island in the Pacific, and that's where they dug a prototype copy of Sonic Jam 2 and they hid it for 10,000 years. No, I've got nothing like that, unfortunately. But it does bring me to the point of the video, which is actually extending my hand for help. Fine, boom. I've gotten nothing in nowhere with this. If you have any ideas on how to investigate this or to continue to find information about it, I would absolutely love and appreciate to hear from you. I just know very few people have been served this ad in the grand scheme of things, and sure as hell no one's talked about it yet. Probably most people who did see it just skipped right away before any of the weird stuff happened. I'm also going to open a discussion text channel on my Discord, which I'll link in the description in the fucking box, and anyone who wants to talk about this or try to share information or any findings they have, you can get together and talk in there as well. And if you perhaps are a larger content creator or a paramedia community or a lost media community or any of that shit, and you deal with this kind of thing, you have routines for this, then please do join or get in contact or something, because I would love to get to the bottom of this, because the thing that sets this apart from just, you know, your average ARG post or just cryptic, creepy post is that somebody's paying to send this to people, right? They're paying to make this an ad, which means that there's got to be something at the end of the rabbit hole using that logic, because there's no call to action, there's otherwise no business generation from it. So they're putting this code out with the intention of people finding it and cracking it, and they're actually paying to make that happen. But other than that, I've got nothing to go on. I left a comment using my alternate account just asking what the hell the video was, but they haven't gotten back to me yet. So if I have any information, I'll update this story as it develops. If you have no interest in this, you don't care about getting to the bottom of this, thank you for bearing with me. Hope you had a little fun with the video anyway. If not, sorry, this is too much of a departure from my usual style, usual content, but in that case, I will see you guys next year.